Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead.
Talk about something else.
Very well.
Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, I'd have led these people out of here already.
Good point. What do you think about the golden rule?
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
I'd better get back to it.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Alright. So I still can't speak with you because you're being a douche. We have the marketplace. We'll actually go up toward the palace first. Oh, I was hoping it would move again. Isn't there money here? Yeah, there is 200. Nice. I think they reappear every time too. I wanted to speak with a specific person, but I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is, maybe. No, that's hilarious.
Salve!
I may as well speak with you.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Yeah, what's your story?
Well, it's a long one, and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I have time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more.
The hell was that? Oh.
I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. It still burns whenever I think about it.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it.
Another river?
Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place, and I started my life over again.
Yeah, I'm glad things worked out in the end.
That's what I thought too, for a while. but it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. And I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
Sure.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
No way out of here?
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Centilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia, but she'd never tell the likes of me.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Yeah, good way to be honest. What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life. All right, see you around.
Right, well, what's his face wanted to buy us, but that was a while ago. So I don't even know where the hell he would have stopped. Oh yeah, what was this? Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't... Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. That old lady must be that Livia chick that's been mentioned a few times. I don't know why it keeps flashing white. I would assume it's when it's loading something, but I'm not sure. The hell is this? Oh. Also, it's like nearly nighttime. Okay. The fact it keeps happening is annoying. Yeah, 25% increase in movement speed is nice. No, it's running speed, but still. Oh, there he is.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
I'm so sorry.
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
Okay. Well, you're still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
How much of a talker are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
What are you dealing with?
None of your business. Introiti ipsum commensula.
Okay.
If we have to.
Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
God, they're all so snarky. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
I know the feeling. I've lived through a pandemic.
Then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's
Jesus.
happening. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is coming?
I don't
Winter?
know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
I think you're right.
Of course I am.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Anything I can do to change that?
No.
Okay. How we going now?
Whatever.
Bye-bye. Right, well, I spoke with Rubius, which didn't really help. And yeah, do you think the statues are looking at us when our backs are turned? Absolutely. Oh yeah, you can actually do that, I forgot. Yeah, just angle the camera ever so slightly. Yeah, like that. It's creepy. Just a tad. What the hell? Who's that over there? I know this is the pal. Whoa, what? Whoa. Straight as an arrow. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me, nothing good will come of it. Navia. Oh, you are looking at me. Why that noise? There's something on... oh, behind that, I guess. Some seeker bow. To survive, we must all be kind, corrected to. We must all be wise, corrected to. We must all be obedient. And finally, corrected to. We must all be something. Ooh. 200 monies. And I didn't need a do-out for it. Not bad. Right, well we have the thing. We've basically completed a common thread, because we know the common thing with everyone that ended up here. They found a river and a stranger.
Salve, friend. Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm fine.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Oh, what's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labour for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Oh, people mentioned a river. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure
A
it's
memory
all part
lapse.
of God's plan for me.
God? Don't you mean the gods?
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue,
Talk about something else.
if you like.
Do you know of a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Thanks, I'll look into it.
I hope it works out.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
The Many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. I think people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
Yeah, fair point. Perhaps you're right.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Maybe. Oh, there's gonna be some intervention, alright.
I wish I shared your faith.
So, you're a Christian?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate it.
We only know about that because we got her note. Oh, we're going now.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you.
What the hell?
I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. Well, I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Do you really think his suicide would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
True. Alright.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
It's wrong and you know it. I was just going to ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Tell Sentius you suspect Ulpius. He's dead.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord, that poor lamb.
Was that my fault?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
And suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Sure. Okay, yeah. I completely forgot the game has the whispers, which kind of give away everything you need to do way too early. But I've played the game to death, so I already know. Oh god. I made it. So is this supposed to be Ulpius? Because what the hell happened to him? It's a really crappy flaw though. My god.
And now... I make this...
What?
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
Yep.
That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
I'm pretty sure the Golden Rule is real.
Why? What credible evidence do you have for its existence?
What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books, notes, even if I can't prove it. If I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books, notes?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down?
I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
Do you know anything about Sentilla's disappearance?
Of course not. But as I always say, if Sentius can't protect his daughter, how can we trust him to protect this city?
What aren't you telling me?
Look, if you're trying to find her, you may wish to check the cisterns beneath this villa. Domitius says he saw a body there some weeks back. Of course, just to be clear, I take no responsibility for what happens to you down there.
I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, there it is.
Thank you.
Key to Malleolus's villa. Boom. So what we got in here?
I've been elected your magistrate. Magistrate, is it? Yes, thank you. All right, now you've crossed a line. Get out of there.
Greek vase depicts some kind of battle. Oh, I should probably leave. Okay. Whew. So no trespassing can set off the Golden Rule. I suppose it doesn't even matter even if it did. Oh, whoa.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
I know, where do you keep your valuables? Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange men in private.
Do you know a way out of here?
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
I figured she'd say that. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
Do you know anything about Sentilla's disappearance?
The dainty little thing from next door? Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
I don't want to say that. I'll be going now.
Finally! This is outrageous.
This is outrageous. Alright. I don't even know what kind of timer there is on a house. Then again, does it only count if they spot me? I thought there'd been something in here. Like a note of some sort. Yeah, if you don't spot me, it's fine. Produce bowl. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Ooh, a note from Julia. Suicide note presumably directed at Malleolus. So Julia to her captors, Malleolus and Claudia, curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead. Because death is preferable to another day in debt bondage to you, may vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all eternity. Oh. Ah, there we go. A note from Ulpius. Ulpius laments his lost love. Ulpius to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could. But without you, my life is meaningless. I can only hope. We meet again in Gan Eden. Alright, now I can leave. Before I set off the golden rule.
How did you get in there, you cheeky little Sturkus? If I cop an earful from Malleolus, I'll be coming for you.
I'm curious if he says anything now. Nope. Every time it's the same. Sucks.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Oh yeah, I can speak with you now, can't I? Or should I don't know if I should do this yet. No, I'll wait till I've spoke to everybody. Oh, I can't go in there. Alright. So what have we got in here? Oh. Search.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Julia. She was a good woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule.
True.
So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Is there something I can do to help?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. So what's your story?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
How did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's
They
alright.
mentioned a coin.
Say what you will about this place, at least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
True.
Oh,
We're working out of a
the
shrine?
shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Tell me more about Navia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Go on.
He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out, and you know what that means. I just know Navia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, I suppose.
Figure out a treatment for rheumatism. Do you know a way out of here?